Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So today we got a video for you, something a little different. I'm going to be working on the interior. I've been kind of messing around a little bit trying to get the interior started. I've got a lot of work to do, but got a pretty cool idea I'm going to share with you, and hopefully it'll turn out. Thanks for watching. Okay, so with my interior door panels, they're ruined. They were in storage the whole time the car set. I took the car apart. Then I had the door panels and everything. They were actually in decent shape when I took them off, but they were in storage, and I guess they just kind of warped, and they're not so good now. And unfortunately, you know, I want to keep this car as original looking as possible. I don't want to be like, you know, a custom street rod or nothing like that. I want it to appear stock. I want it to appear factory. That's kind of my goal with the cars, to look original. But I just can't afford the prices of new door panels, so I'm gonna be making some. I looked for you know, used ones, and can't really find anything that is, you know, a good deal, or in, you know, good enough shape for what I want to do. So here's I'll show you what I got planned. So here's my original door panel. You can see it's, the vinyl shrank and it's peeling, and the wood is all bowed up and deteriorating. So what I done was I got a sheet of this 1/4 inch plywood, and it's actually got a really pretty wood grain to it. So my idea with this is I want to trace this out, cut this plywood out in the shape of this door panel, and then I'll come in, you know, cut all my holes, and then of course I'm gonna have to cut it this way, yeah, like that, so the wood grain matches this. And then I want to go to Hobby Lobby or somewhere and try to find some vinyl that, you know, sort of matches this. I know I'm not able to find this exact pattern. I might do like the diamond pleat vinyl, just something close. I'll zoom out a little bit. So now, after I cut this out, I'm gonna try to get me a straight line. I'm not sure what I'm gonna use yet, but I'm gonna start my vinyl right here, and then I'll just use some spray adhesive, stick the vinyl to the wood. And this wood grain here, I'm going to try to leave to match this, and I will either stain it, or maybe I got some True Oil that I use on gun stocks. I might True Oil it and see if I can get like a good sheen to it. I don't want it to be like, you know, gloss. I want it to kind of match this, but I think it'll really show the wood grain. But I'll figure that out. I'll cut a corner off and take some samples and do some different stains and try to match this. I was messing with the car this morning. I got a overflow bottle that I tried to fit in there. That come off that old white Ram over there. It didn't work. And then I was messing with this too. I was trying to get my window sprayer to work, but it's not working. I will fix it. So I'll do that a different day. So I redone all the wood grain on the dash using a vinyl label kit. I don't remember the brand, but it was pre-cut. I'm having some issues getting it to stick right there. I don't know if you can see it, but it always wants to bubble up. I gotta try to fix that. But so the thing with this interior, this copper color here that I got the dash frame, is going to be throughout the whole car on the trim. Like, so the trim up here and all the trim down here, and those like that right there will be that color. And then you can see that one door panel back there. It's the only one that's in good shape, but I'm gonna go ahead and remake it too so it all matches. So I'm gonna do this color throughout the trim, and then I think I'm gonna do like a saddle color carpet and headliner. And then I'm gonna try to find a saddle color vinyl for the doors. I think that'll match really good with the orange paint. This is gonna be the color of the car. Once it's painted, I got the door jambs and the engine bay painted already, and it's burnt orange K5. So it'll be, I think that saddle will match really good with that. And then eventually the seats will get covered in saddle too. So it's going to be like a copper and a saddle. It's kind of like a two-tone interior. But that's where we're at. I'm going to eventually I'll replace the seat belts. And but for now, let's go ahead and we'll start cutting out these door panels and try to get them shaped in. All right, so I think to start with, the best thing to do would be just go ahead and I'm gonna take all this old vinyl off so I can get a nice surface. It's going to be hard to trace around this edge because it's so warped. It doesn't lay flat, so it's going to be hard to get a good measurement, a good trace. And not to mention there's chunks missing, so it's going to be really hard to, it's going to be hard to trace it out. But what I'm going to try to do is, since the wood grain is going this way to match this, I'm going to try to start with this straight edge here. And I got some clamps. I'm going to clamp it down. I might just go ahead and just cut a chunk out around it so I have a smaller piece to work with, and then I'll clamp all this down and then I'll trace it, and that'll give me a pretty good edge to try to trace onto. Maybe might even flip this over and do it this way. I think it'd be a little easier to clamp down. Yeah, I think that'd be best. So I'll flip this over and I'll trace it the other way. All right, let's get started. Alright, so I got this cut down, make it a little easier to work with. I cut some extra on there just to have extra to trim off. I'd rather it be too big than too small. So now we're going to flip this over. This is going to be the top edge here. So we're going to look at it right there, but I'm going to flip it over, which I don't know, I might be able to just do it right here. I got to get some clamps. But I gotta make sure this edge right here is straight, so then I can trim down here. All right, let me go get some clamps. All right, so here it is all traced out. And this is the back side. And I got all the holes traced out. That's for the door, the armrest, window crank, and then all these are for the door panel clips. So I'm thinking, yeah, this will be the back side, and then this will be the front side. So I'm gonna try to keep that wood on this side as nice as possible. So I'm wondering if I couldn't, because this other panel here is way worse. It don't look as bad, but there's huge chunks missing. So I'm wondering if I couldn't just cut this out and then just flip it over and reverse it. I'm gonna have to play around with these two and see if they're the same. If I can cut this out, I can just use this as a template for the other one, and then just reverse it. This, instead of this being the back, put it on this piece that I've already cut and make it the front. I'm gonna play around with that for a minute and see, and then we'll get this cut out. There's a chunk missing right here. I'm not sure if I'm getting this on camera, it's so bright out here, but there was a chunk missing right here, so I'm gonna have to get a straight edge to finish my line. And then I got the top is the straight edge is gonna be the top. So all right, let me play around with this other one and see what I can get figured out. Okay, so you can see here they are exactly the same. They're just reversed. So this, I can use that one for a template. Once I get it cut out, I can use it, or I could just use this one the same way as a template and not even worry about that other one. So I'll get this cut out. Here's that's the piece I cut for the other one. I'm gonna do it the same way. The top edge is gonna be the straight edge. I just gotta make sure I keep this wood clean. See, it's already starting to get a little dirty right here where I've been messing with it. But I got plenty to work with. I've only got the two back panels, and I've got that whole piece. So if I mess up, I should have another try. This 1/4 inch plywood, it's I'm not gonna say it's cheap, because for what it is, it's extremely expensive, I believe. But for door panels, it's pretty cheap. I've got so if I have to go another go, I can buy another sheet. It was about $30, 27 something with tax. It was about 30 bucks. So you know, for a sheet of plywood, that's, for that thin, it's pretty expensive. But you know, to make a door panel for what I would have had to pay for door panels, 30 bucks is pretty cheap. I was looking at, I think on year one they were about 800 bucks or something like that. So I just don't have that kind of money. So we're gonna make our own. Let me get the jigsaw and I'll start cutting out this and try to get this side made, and then we'll move on to the other side. Okay, so I got the first one mocked up here. I got this was actually big enough to cover that spot that it busted. So that's good. I don't know, I'm kind of liking the wood. I don't know that I want to cover it with vinyl now. I really like it. I think if I go over the, you know, kind of sand the edges. I got a couple spots like right here. It's kind of crooked where I cut it. Just kind of sand the edges and smooth it out, and then stain the whole thing to match this color wood here. I think that would look really nice. Leave a comment in down below and let me know what you think. If I should vinyl it. So, you know, the original plan was I was gonna kind of vinyl it to right here, and you know, this would all be vinyl, and then stain this to make it look like the original one. But I kind of liking the whole thing wood. I'm not sure what to do now. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let's go ahead and get started on the second one. Alrighty, so I got the other side fabbed up. It's or mocked up rather. I got it cut out and it's in there. I have to find the trim piece that goes around here. I don't really remember what was there, but I know there's something there. That's for my mirror. I went ahead and I got the door cups, and I went ahead and painted them. They're drying now. I'm gonna go ahead and sand this down. Whoops. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the vinyl like my original plan was, from about here down. But I got to get that vinyl. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up, clean the edges up, and I'm gonna start playing around with some stain to see. I got a couple pieces of scrap over here I'm gonna play around with to see what's gonna look the best. Alrighty, so we've got the both front door panels cut out. I got these painted. These are the top trim for the front. I still got to do the back, and I still got to cut out the back door panel. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. We're gonna do this in a couple part series. Before we do wrap it up, stain on this piece of scrap here, and these are the 3 colors I got, and none of them match. So I guess I'm gonna have to go find some more stain. I don't like none of them for this. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. We'll make it a couple different part series. I'll do the backs, and then we'll if I do the vinyl, I'll do that in the series too. But I appreciate you watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know how I can improve. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you next time.